and welcome to Mystic Star Magic. Today we're going to have a little bit of fun. We're going to have a reading that is on the what kind of magic is inside of you. We're using, as you can see, these are all the Harry Potter playing cards, so I thought that would be kind of fun. So we have some cards here. We have Oracle cards, we have divination dice, sprinkle of charms, and pins. Alright, so let's close our eyes and inhale. Now, as we exhale and open our eyes, choose whichever pile draws you to it. Alright, let's do this. Hello, Group 1. So we chose Gryffindor. Those are really cool. So we can just go ahead and put that. So this is, I guess, the Dear Associate. Let's see what the cards tell us about what magic is inside you. So we have the Hufflepuffs, which are 8 of Hufflepuffs, which is 8 of Cups. So we have the 8 of Cups there. So we have Hufflepuffs, Queen of Hufflepuffs. It's hard to say. And Queen of Gryffindor. And we also have the 6 of Slytherin. So this is 6 of Swords. So this is really interesting in terms of what magic you have in you. Definitely feels like you have the ability to walk away from situations that are that don't work for you. You have this magic of being able to walk away from things. They may cause you some sadness, but you're able to be able to walk away from situations. That's pretty good. You also have you're very creative, very intuitive, a lot of intuition here. But you also have a lot of creativity and passion. So it's really interesting because you have both kind of like a water and you have a fire energy here. So it's kind of like you have this balance of you're very gentle, very nurturing, but you're also capable of fighting and defending things that you want, and you have this passion. So I love this, that there's this magic. And again, here with this 6 of Swords and with the 8 of Cups here, it actually is interesting in terms of there's a lot of movement for you. So it feels like you're capable of walking away. It's kind of like a nomad energy, if you will, because the 6 of Swords here, it's you can walk away, move away. So have this nomad energy, kind of traveling. I want to say traveling the world kind of energy. So in terms of your magic, you're able to move around. I feel like you fit in anywhere. You have the strength of being very creative, being very gentle, very compassionate, very intuitive, but also very passionate, capable of fighting for the things that you do want, having that sense of a strong sense of what's wrong, what's right and wrong in terms of that guides you. That's really what guides you there, along with this compassion. So lots of beautiful magic that you do have here. We also have the protection, so strong protective magic for family and home. Yeah, and that's this kind of having this energy here. You are very much somebody who loves and protects those that you do love. I do love this energy that you do have, that you're capable of no matter what circumstances, you're able to pick up and start over wherever you go. And let's see what the other magic is. Yeah, you lessons. So you have this magic of learning. You learn a lot from all these experiences, especially of moving away from things. All these movements that you've had where you just kind of start over and over again. There's lots of lessons, and you don't let that that's not something you let down. You actually are proud of this learning process and growing stronger because of it. Let's see what kind of so you have the Spirit Whisperer, divine guidance, higher knowing. Yeah, again, this is a lot to do with this Hufflepuff Queen. You do have divine guidance. You have this higher knowing. Intuition is really strong here, and you kind of go wherever it is that you need, wherever you needed, or you're that's what you kind of do. So yeah, Spirit Whisperer. I love that. So you can also be somebody who has the magic of being able to connect with people who have passed. It feels like that might be something too you have there. So there is a lot of magic in you. You can connect with those who have passed to the 5D. This is beautiful. Let's see what other we have. Transformation. Yeah. So self-transformation is the evolving process of life that brings higher consciousness. You do have this transformation because, again, you have this way of like picking up and going and starting over again. And you also have courage. Yeah, it takes a lot of courage, which is actually makes perfect sense that you chose Gryffindor, because overall, I have to say that's like the feeling that it has. And this like energy here. So you have the magic of like being courageous and following through. Here we have this transformation as well here. Oof. I'm just like, wow, this is like so cool. I love when like cards like line up really well. Okay. So I feel like we have our 2 pins for in terms of your magic. So you have this ability to wear a mask. So I feel like you do have this mask, and you do have this. You're the wizard, kind of. You're a wizard. So you're a wizard. So here you have these 2 things. So we do have like sometimes you have this mask because you don't like to let people see. But you do have this beautiful like magic in you. You are really magical in terms of like actually you might actually have magic inside you, you know what I mean? So yeah, so possibly like you might be interested in the occult, or like intuition, like yeah, occult, like, or you might be a star seed, that kind of energy is what you have. So lots of magic inside you. Let's see what the divination dice tell us. Like, oh boy. So we have the clouds. So I always like to do divination dice because I feel like they tell us a whole bunch of different things. So R, S, D, K. We have the last letter of your name. We have possibly Capricorns here. So, and Leo, so fire energy, earth energy, which is interesting because I really thought there would be more water energy. So yeah. Feels like love for you, like love is important, but you do keep people at a distance possibly, even though you're very loving, because that's important. But yeah, that might be the mask where it comes in. Sometimes you don't really let people see you for who you are. you have a star is always shining for you, so you have a lot of luck too. You celebrate small steps. You do get tired. I feel like you get tired. Look at that. You get tired. You get tired and also like a bit cranky with people as well. It's like you're like, ugh. Sometimes you're like, oh, being around people too much. Maybe it gets too people-y for you outside too. So you have 4 and 4. So yeah, you have this like your courage. You have this energy of courage, and you definitely have you have a calling. You're blossoming. 6 is important there. You have intuition, a lot of intuition. Sometimes this intuition like guides you because you feel like you get confused a lot. But you have to follow, especially the moon seems to be something that's you're drawn to the moon. It guides you. And you also like you're only you're in the process. You're in the beginning stages of this journey. If you're magic, so you haven't fully got all of the magic in you. You're still learning from it. Still sprouting yourself. That's beautiful. Let's see what the Sprinkle of Charms tells us in terms of all of this magic you might have. Oh, I love this because you do. Okay, so you definitely have you have a lot of luck. People are surprised by how lucky you are. Like things just kind of work out for you in almost like miraculous kind of things. I love you to the moon and back. So you have like this love. Somebody like loves you. You are loved a lot. You do have this energy that you keep moving forward. That's the Gryffindor, the Queen of Gryffindor. You're very strong. You move forward. I feel like the hot dog. You might like hot dogs, or you might like junk food. Nothing wrong with that. And then we have transformation. Yeah, you're always transforming. And I think you solve puzzles. Like you kind of see like what's missing and you kind of solve it. You also you go through your own drum beat. You kind of follow your own tune. You don't necessarily take the same route as everybody else. You just kind of do your own thing. That's like all this beautiful magic. Oh, That's amazing, group one. You have so much positive stuff coming to you. Lots of good magic here. Definitely good job. I really feel like you're definitely a Gryffindor here, just based on all this energy. Just, yeah, just continue to be awesome is what I want to say. I hope this reading was fun and you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider liking and subscribing and commenting. I love comments and I love being, having likes and new subscribers. So I am sending you so much love, so much light, so much joy, so much happiness. And just so you remember, take time to rest. It's important. Okay. And have a wonderful day. Bye bye, group one. Hello, group two. Let's find out what kind of magic do you have. And you chose the Ace of Hufflepuff. So that is exciting. All right, so let's see what kind of magic you have in you. We have the Queen of Ravenclaw. We have 10 of Ravenclaw, and we also have 8 of Gryffindor. So 8 of Wands, 10 of Ravenclaw is 10 of Pentacles, and we have Queen of Pentacles with the Ravenclaw. So we have, there's a you are kind of like, you move fast. Once you make a decision, you go through things and you do it quickly, and you have like a lot of momentum and strength with it. You also you have a lot of prosperity with you, and then a lot of knowledge with it, of I feel like you kind of mastered the law of attraction here, in terms of you can manifest things for yourself, especially when it comes to financial abundance, and just in general. It's just what you want, you tend to be able to manifest. You kind of get it, you attract it to you. With this Queen of Ravenclaw, you also have this energy of you're very nurturing, very caring, but also very practical. You have this practicality to you. You also might be a great baker, or a cook of some kind. You like to do things with your hands. So there's a lot of beautiful energy here in terms of manifestation. Is you have a lot of I feel like you have the ability to kind of influence the physical, and you have this energy, a lot of energy and a momentum towards things. You also have Felix Felicius, so power symbol to create lucky serendipitous events. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, because you do have this energy. I really feel like you create a lot of amazing things for yourself. So that's so really amazing. And you have, but we have doubt. So, but you sometimes have doubt. But that is since I'm this is not a bad thing, because there is this thing. So I feel like you have the ability to actually take the time, with this here, and think about things that you have doubt for. You actually go and look for the knowledge that you need. So you don't just you do have this energy, once you made the decision, you go all for it, but you do think about things. And it is that's this energy here, which is, I find it fascinating. And emotions. Okay, so we have doubt and emotions. So emotions also guide you, which is very Hufflepuff if you think about it. There is this, emotions are what kind of guide you. And once you have, again, this is very set, okay, once you've decided on things, you just move forward very strongly. Let's see what the other cards say. So you have the Horse King, so assistance and control. I feel like you do have this in terms of I really want to say you do have this control. You might even be really good with animals, in terms of animals listen to you, and you might also be surrounded in terms with a lot of animals just seek you, they just want to be near you. You feel safe for them. You have Batmaker of Destiny, so authentic purpose, inspiration, and free will. And you do, again, like I said, you make your own, you do decide what you want, and then you go after it, full strength, full speed ahead, and you have this ability to manifest things. I would say in a manner that's quite quick, which is really interesting, because you have this doubt here, but you're once you have you do this, you do things through, you figure out what you do, and once you have a course of action, you follow it through. such a strong, very strong. Okay, let's see what else. So we have cleansing. So every energy cleanses create a healthy and harmonious space in which you thrive. So maybe you're a person who loves to have a clean house, but also just feels to me like you do cleanse, like you cleanse doubt. You decide things, and then you just kind of like cleanse the option of other things. But I feel like maybe you are like one of those people who does like to have everything be clean. I feel like a very good homemaker is the energy that's here. Like you take care of things. You have, of course, nurture. So yeah, you have this nurturing. So you nurture your inner child, supplies with you innocence, joy of living. But I feel like you are nurturing. You have a strong homemaker kind of thing, sense. And like in terms of like you want the like this happiness and joy. You not only want happiness for yourself, but you want happiness for all those you care about. So you have this nurturing, and you also. But what I do like is that you do make your own like destiny. You kind of have your own thing of like how you're going to be happy, and you go for it. Cleansing anything that isn't necessary along the path. Let's see what your pin is in terms of this. Let's see what the magic is. Okay. You have like she came. I wanted one before it came out, so let's go ahead. So you have the heart. You have a big heart. You're like very nurturing, very loving. Sometimes I think like maybe you kind of hide because it's too peoply outside. So yeah. So sometimes we don't necessarily want others. Kind of need some time to relax. You have this llama, but you're very gentle, very caring, very loving, and you're very positive. And you do see positive signs. So I feel like around you notice signs that other people don't. You have a strong connection, especially with animals. I definitely have to say, like, you have a strong connection with animals, but you also have connections, like you'll notice feathers, like and you'll be like, oh, I know this. Or you might hear like when like crows are around, or you like notice details that most people don't notice, and you intuitively know what they are. Oof, you have a strong energy there in terms of like for me it's like kind of like a practical magic that you have, but maybe too much because I feel like your emotions, so you're definitely like an empath in a sense because you have this like two people outside you get overwhelmed by too many emotions, especially from others. So you need to take time and just kind of be yourself, like allow yourself to cleanse all other people's emotions and really listen to your own self. I love that. So we have Sagittarius and Gemini. So fire and air here. Diamond. So I feel like you are a person who I feel like has a lot of prosperity coming to you. Good luck. I feel like lots of luck is yours. Y U P K. Oh, you also have a lot of ideas coming through. A lot of breakthroughs coming through. Feel like you're still in this, like you're kind of new to your magic. You're new to like really experiencing again because you're like seeding, kind of beginning on your beginning of your journey to really go into it more. You have 2 question marks. So I feel like there's a lot of like and 1. I feel like there is some doubt. I feel like maybe you doubt yourself a lot of the time, but it's not a bad thing because I feel like with this doubt you've learned a lot, because it is part of your magic. This doubt is part of your magic. So this doubting is like allows you to really look at things differently and actually get more knowledge because of it. So you might be a sleepyhead like I am, but yeah, so you need to rest more. I feel like, what is that? The llamas also like rest more because I feel like since you're such an empath, you have a lot of emotions coming through that are not necessarily yours. So you have to rest more, and especially when you've been around people for too long, just a lot of their energy kind of comes through. It can make you cranky. So we also have so we have this cloud, so feels like somehow like the past is still like you kind of haven't quite looked at the past, and you kind of put it away and shove it away. So I feel like there's something here to be said about it. I feel like more stuff is coming from that. So super important is the beginning, but it's also like, I feel like there is love. You have the ability to like love a lot, and you might even have like somebody who's equal to you. If you haven't found them, they're on their way to you. But there's like great love here, because there's a lot of love that you have, and you love all people, like, loved ones and everything. But I think there's like supposed to be a very strong connection with somebody, that is part of your magic, being connected with somebody like in that manner. Somebody who really gets you. That's important. That's important kind of magic to grow into this to who you are. You need that support there too. I feel like this, I'm just saying, like, this is like the snow that's coming. It's an interesting thing, because I'm like, there's this idea that you have a lot of ideas, you have like a flash of inspiration, but again, I feel like sometimes you're overwhelmed with your emotions. Like, it may not even be your own emotions, but it might be others' emotions that overwhelm you. Let's look at a sprinkle of charms to see what other magic you possess. Yeah. Okay. And this is, I feel like, yeah, if you're not with somebody, there is like somebody important for you. Yeah, like a connection is going to help you evolve in your magic somehow. So we have this. So it's like pinecone is like a lot of like prosperity coming for you. It's just, you're also just like starting out. Really seems like a seed. You are very unique. Yeah, like you're kind of like unique in your own way. Transformation is coming. Some like ends are coming for you. Strong is beautiful. Yeah, strong is there. Lots of transformation. So this is like magic. We have I feel like a lot of childhood energy too. I feel like important things that you need to learn about, like, look to the past. I feel like the past is important to you in helping you grow with this magic of yours. You are divinely protected. Divinely protected, definitely. Like angels kind of go over you. You might even like, you might be like, that might be just how you are. You're a helper, a nurturer. But it's just this positive thing about you. And you have this like, what is it? Like, I have like this energy of sense that you're just meant to have more. And there's definitely love is important coming here as well, because this could be a Cupid. But I feel like sort of like you have the magic of being kind of like an earth angel, if you will. So here you go. So the way I feel about you makes my heart long to be free. So I feel like you're gonna like help people see things in a different manner. You're gonna like help people especially with dealing with their past. You're just overall a helper. Your magic is helping, and a very strong empath energy here. It makes sense that you chose the Hufflepuff. I love how all the people who like every kind of just kind of seems to go really well with it. So I think that's it for you, group 2. Like, this is a lot of like, oh, you have a beautiful energy, lots of like positivity here for you. It's exciting. Okay, so just remember to keep cleansing yourself, especially when you're like, since you're an empath and if you deal too much with people, and give yourself time to rest. You do need it, so you don't get cranky. All right, so that's it for you, group 2. I'm sending you so much love, so much light, so much happiness, so much joy, and so much love. I feel like love is coming your way very strongly. Have a super wonderful day. Bye-bye, group 2. Hello, group 3. You chose the Ravenclaw, race of Ravenclaw. So, like, we'll see what kind of magic you have, but that's pretty cool. So, let's see. We have the King of Slytherin. We have 10 of Slytherin, and you have 3 of Hufflepuff. Oh, so that's really cool. So, you have the ability to actually see things very clearly, because it's the King of Swords. So you see the truth very clearly, and you act on it in such a manner that is like, you're very like just. You're a very just person, and you also have the ability to kind of like, no matter what happens, you rise above that. Like, no matter what happens. Also, like, you have a lot of like people are very attracted to you. They always want to be in your company. I feel like it's because of this energy that you do have of like being very fair, very logical, very like it may seem like to some it's like you're kind I want to say you're really cool. Your magic is being really cool. It is like you have this energy of like indeed definitely being very, very cool, very like very strong too, like a magic of being strong, being able to like overcome anything. You have this energy and learning, like a lot of learning, like you are very knowledgeable, but also like very sweet, very kind in terms of like caring about friends. You do have this, which is really beautiful. You also have the sun. The golden energy of sun brings fame and fortune. Oh. So you have that is like a magic. So you have the sun there for you. It's really cool. So you have, oh, and heart. Yeah, I tell you, it's like there's this like you have a very strong heart there, that leads you. I feel like you know, for you there's a very clear path of like right and wrong, and you do have this like love of like for friends, a love of like just in general, just caring about others, and being able to like get up after you've been like when you every time you go through it's like I really want to say even though it's funny, it's like you do have this ability to just kind of rise above again and again and again. If even if like you were hurt, you pick yourself up and you know like you learn from the lessons and you keep going, but you still have a very strong loving heart, which I don't know if you know that is pretty strong magic right there. You have the web weaver. So synchronicities, divine intelligence, cause and effect. Yeah, you do have this because you have this divine intelligence, but you have like ability to see things very logically in terms of like yes, for every cause there is an effect. So you have that ability, and that's what keeps you moving forward. You keep going, moving ahead and moving forward. And you're always like, I feel like people are just attracted to you and surrounded by friends and people who just love you. Banishment. So you have the power to banish negative energy and unwanted problems. So yeah, you do this because no matter what happens, you just get up. You just kind of like, okay, you learn from it and you move on. You also have abundance. So harmonize your thinking with exactly what you desire, attract, and the universe will deliver it. The abundance, I really want to say, comes from your ability to really like you deal well with others, with other people. You have this like, I would say like you're kind of smooth. Definitely, like I just want to say like you're a rock star. Like just that's the magic energy that you have, like total rock star, like lots of knowledge, but also being able to like not only like knowledge, actual knowledge, but you also know how to interact with others really well. And from somebody who's an introvert, that is a pretty cool magic. And clarity, clearing your mind brings you closer to your sacred inner wisdom. And yeah, and you do have this clarity. Again, it's like the way you see things is very you have a strong sense of like, well, you have a compass. You have your own compass is what I want to say. I mean, you kind of follow through on that. Let's see what the pins are. You have, I always do like one, but it comes out. So slightly bitter. So I feel like things in life were not easy for you. But you didn't let it make you bitter. You're just like, oh, you took the best out of it. You made lemonade out of the lemons. You have press start to your beginning, and you also like you see the good in everything. You see the rainbow, and you kind of like you have this attitude of like you get up and you keep going, which I actually think that is really what attracts people to you. So we have W. And I just want to say, like, abundance is definitely there. You have fame and fortune, lots of abundance. If you haven't, like, gone into it yet, and you have a double rainbow, yeah. Definitely have, like, a lot of positive energy there. I just love that. So the first letter of your name, we have E, G, and we also have M. You want to say gem. You're like a gem. You're a gem. Yeah, gem. You have like past you emotions, you kind of feel them, you let them go, you release them. Libra, I don't feel like you hold a grudge. Or you just kind of like move forward you kind of just like, in terms of banishment, you just let go and you keep moving forward. You know when to say no. You have boundaries. You also have the ability to look at not only like the rainbow, like the fun part of life, no matter what. You stay focused. Wow. Oh, look at that. You have the ability. I really want to say that you have the ability to love others. Like, especially you care for like the little guy. Like you kind of like always looking out for the little guy, or for you people that like you feel that they need your help. You're there defending them. That is really beautiful. You have 8, 0. So again, like the divine is there for you. You are still growing into your power, though, into your magic. The star lights you. You do listen. Like there is a shining star. There is a, like a reason. Like you have a destiny, if you will, with your magic. Let's see what other sprinkle of charms can tell us. I love that you got the wizard hat. So yeah, very big magic here. With the Disney here, you have this like whimsical thing. You have like creativity. You have a whimsicalness to you. And you have the power. I really want to say you do have this really big, strong power. I want to say you especially like taking care of like kids or people who need it. Very important is creativity. You have this nurturing and this creative passion here. Whenever you like any sort of commitment, you take it really seriously. You're like, you commit yourself to things. You're capable. You're capable of actually accepting when you made a mistake, and you can do it. You can mend things, which other people can't. You might also just have the power of like, being really good at drawing. You have. Usually, I usually think of this as the card. As the charm that means like Wheel of Fortune, and you do have this fortune. But I really want to say it's like you are the master of your like life. You actually know where you want to go, and you kind of like go with it. You also have fairy magic, which is really cool. And it comes from this like being able to see on the bright side of things, being able to see the fun in life is there for you. Key for self-love. I really feel like you do love yourself a lot, and not in a bad way. Like you really appreciate others as well as yourself. The way you feel about you makes your heart might long to be free. I feel like you do free people. Yeah, I always feel like that's an interesting aspect. Oh, you got the little chicken, and it doesn't mean that you're a chicken in terms of like what, like you're afraid. I really feel like that for me, it's like you have the ability to give people, like you give of yourself to others. This is a beautiful thing. You give of yourself to others. You have the turtle here too, which is again, you move slowly, but you do it in such a manner like that it's very wise. You use like knowledge a lot. You have the puzzles. You are able to solve puzzles. You're able to see things in ways that others do not see it. I want to say like there's this like a fun aspect to this, but I also want to say whenever anybody wants to compete with you, I feel like you are really fast. You're quick-witted. You kind of like, like it's a tennis game in terms of like you throw back whatever anybody else throws at you. You kind of throw really strong back, especially when it comes to like you have a quick tongue. You're quick with like you have a quick wit. There you go. Overall, very good. Group 3, and it does make sense, the Ravenclaw. I really am seeing that there's a reason for it all. You have so much heart in you, though. So much heart and so much like beautiful things in you. The magic is strong. I do definitely think that there is a destiny for you in terms of your magic. So keep going. Follow that star of you that's guiding you through it. Okay, so that is it for you, Group 3. I am sending you so much love, so much light, so much fun, so much happiness, joy, clarity, strength, and abundance. Bye-bye, Group 3. Hello, Group 4. So let's find out what kind of magic is inside you. So you chose the Ace of Slytherins. So this is Ace of Swords. So there's a lot of, I believe, truth coming to you. So you might see things. let's look at what the cards say. So we have the King of Gryffindor, King of Wands. We have the Two of Ravenclaws, Two of Pentacles. And we have the Nine of Slytherin, Nine of Swords. Okay. So I feel like definitely have a lot of passion here. You have a lot of like courage, a lot of passion. You know what you want. You kind of are like definitely have a leader quality in you. That's kind of your magic. You also have the ability to balance things out. You see things, you like to see things in both ways and see which way to go. You also have the ability to with this Nine of Swords here, I feel like anything that gets thrown on your way, like it could be like you kind of like are able to basically look at a situation. It doesn't, like especially like situations that I think, like would be overwhelming to somebody else, but you're able to look at it and like see the balance and see the what it is that you needed to learn from it. You kind of, I want to say like you use that to like make you stronger. Any kind of like setbacks that you have, you use it to get stronger. You use it to like keep you moving forward. I have to say it's like pretty amazing. That is a pretty cool magic there. We also have the three rays of light. So balancing male, female energies, peace and harmony. Yeah, there's this balance. You are able to like see things differently with this balance of yours. But I feel like you do learn so much from any like kind of setbacks that you have. You have the ability to learn from it, and not only learn from it, but you use it to then like navigate things even better. You are definitely have the leader quality. You are meant to be a leader in this. So that's part of your magic, being able to see things. You're grounded. I really feel like you, like no matter what, you have this like, you're deeply connected to who you are, and you want to stay connected to the divine as well. You can appreciate all that's around you, even those like low moments in life where you're like, whoa. You don't let that stop you. You keep moving forward. The eyes of beauty. So positive expectations and clarity. Yeah, you definitely do have that. Like you can, again, like such a strong, it's like a strong presence you have. Like there's a strong magic in you in terms of like presence. You just have this energy to you. It's very interesting. So you have opportunity. The world is filled with opportunities waiting to be discovered. Again, you see any kind of setbacks, you do see it like that as an opportunity of able to do. And energy, your limitless energy, you achieve more than you ever dreamed possible. So and you do have this. Like that's this Gryffindor, King of Gryffindor, King of Wands energy here. You have it and you move forward and you just don't let things stop you. Very strong like sense of purpose. You have Neighbor Totoro again, mystical, magical. There is magic inside you. I feel like you just like you can have all the things that you want. I love that. I really do. I feel like there is magic in you here, and you also have the little wizard. So again, group 1 had wizard, and so did you. So that's really cool. I feel like magic is here for you. Good. Like you will change the world. Kind of magic. 6. So we have the 6 is important. We have where's any? Okay, that's 6 and 4. You also have, you can, yeah, again, like I'm saying, whatever happens, you are capable of dealing with it. You have this energy to you. You look at things and you're like, yeah, find a way to make it, any kind of blockage or anything, you find a way to make it into a victory. You have you, June, J, and E. Oh, so June. Apparently, so it was June. I didn't even see the E there, but I'm like, oh wow. Okay, so June. So funny. You have Libra and Aries. Yeah, I feel like you have a strong statement to make. You're blossoming, so you're still in the seed stages in terms of your like magic and everything. Trip, so you might travel. You might be a traveler. I also feel like you're still, still kind of figuring things out as you go along. Because I'm thinking, I'm like, oh, you're still figuring things out. You haven't made quite a choice yet. That's why you have this right here. And you have, you're kind of filling up more and more, learning more lessons, learning more light, as you go through, like, life is what I'm seeing. As you, like, this life is just kind of like a trip of you learning more things. Like, it's like all of it is a learning process to make you something, as you really come into being this king of wands. Let's see what the sprinkle of charms say. Okay, so we have the carriage. You're on your way. It feels like there's a lot of momentum, motion forward for you. You have stars. So the star here is letting them know that you have a light, shine, a star that lights your path. It also means that there is, like, wishes coming true. The way I feel about you makes me long to be free. Yeah, there's, like, this longing. I feel like it's interesting because it shows up everywhere. I feel like there is, like, this. You show people different things. You show people a different route. Give people hope. I choose strength. Yeah, you're a very strong person in general. You have, like, but you're also very mysterious. I feel like people don't really know you. Yeah, it's like this neighbor tutorial. Like, there's magic in you, but people don't really know you. They know that, like, there's something about you that attracts them to you. You're very, like, you're, again, kind of like, people are very attracted to you. So we have C here too. So C is important. People talk a lot about you. Yeah, feels like there's a lot of people who just are like, wow, want to talk about you. May not always be positive, but they're just, like, because they can't quite figure you out. Here we have, like, you might have a twin flame somewhere, but it feels like you do care about kids, family, but it might just be that there is, like, somebody out there waiting for you, in terms of that. And it's important. There's an important connection there. So you do, you go through your own drum beat. You kind of follow your own path. And this path is really beautiful. You have, like, this harmony. Like, you can see things in a way that nobody else can. And that, I think that, will really benefit you. Actually, all the cards kind of connected with each, like, house and what they represent. I feel your strength. I feel it. That's just this beautiful. You have this way of looking at life that is, again, very unique. People, like, a lot of stuff that happens that a lot of people would give up, but you keep going, you keep learning from it, you keep shifting, and you keep finding this balance, and you're still, like, this, like, you're a leader, meant for great things too. It's like, this was a fun reading. I hope you like it. If you did, please consider liking and subscribing. I am sending you so much love, so much light, so much joy, so much happiness, so much clarity, and just so much success, as you keep going forth. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful day, Group 4.